Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Before we get into the commentary, I just want to give you guys a little background on the gameplay. This is King of the Hill. This is the very first gameplay that I've been able to get for King of the Hill. That's about 14 minutes long. So that was great. The match was super fast and I had a blast. You guys are gonna see how I didn't start off so well, but I did pretty great at the end. So let's get into the commentary. This commentary is gonna continue my first part that I started. It's gonna be a series on my take on women. It's gonna be named differently from now on, but it's gonna have more than likely a 2 or something in there, just so that, and I'm gonna make it into a playlist, just so that you guys know that I'm making a little playlist for this sort of stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy and will continue to watch and support the channel, like and subscribe. So let's get into it. So the first part that I want to talk about today is like attraction, because I was talking super randomly the other day on women and stuff like that, and how not every woman, I want to make something clear. Not every woman that you talk to has to do with attraction necessarily. So not because you're talking to a girl or a group of girls doesn't mean that you're attracted to. Look at that shot, that was beautiful. But yeah, that doesn't mean that you're attracted to the person. Like I mentioned, like it could be schoolwork or work related and you have to work with that person. But for the most part, like if you do start talking to a random woman or whatever, there's a high chance that it might be attraction, and you usually know. For guys, some things to look at or look out for is women usually leave subtle hints when they're attracted to someone. They have this sort of like way to view a guy that they like. It's very different than the looks that they give their friends. So if you once you start getting more experience, you'll start to notice like what I'm talking about, and it's hard for me to explain the look, but women give a look of attraction, and usually if you get that look, you'll know like that girl's interested. I should probably go talk to her if you're interested in her as well. But the very first part is always going to be appearance, so I'm not saying that you need to be like the best looking person, guy or woman, but appearance is the first or the initial or the beginning of attraction, I should say. That's where it all starts. So making sure that you shower, you're clean, you look more than decent is the first step to attracting a person. Look at this. I killed myself like a retard. But yeah, let's continue with it. So that doesn't mean, oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Alright, but let's just continue. Keep yourself looking nice, take a bath, do your hair, keep yourself clean. That will attract women, but that's not it. Women are not like super superficial, and it's the same thing for men. Like there's a lot of women that are very pretty, but I would never date or I would never like consider being in a relationship with, and that's because of other issues. So personality and other stuff like that is also very important. So keep that in mind. Attraction is just the initial or the beginning. So you talk to this person because you're attracted to him or whatever. But yeah, and it works both ways. Women, I've seen a lot of women go and talk to men and stuff like that because the guy was attractive or whatever. But being attractive is really big, but it's not the end of anything or the beginning of anything. Like I was saying, I've talked to many attractive women, I've seen many attractive women, and I would have never dated them. So keep that in mind as well. And it's the same for women. I've known a lot of women that are like, oh, I like this guy, he's super attractive, but I would never date him. It's a weird thing, but it happens. Dating someone is beyond attraction, in my opinion, and also for women. They need to date someone that they like and they can see a future with, and that's where your personality, charisma and stuff like that comes into play. how you make her feel, but we'll get into all of that in another video. Today I just wanted to talk simply about looking good, attraction, and when to make a move. So for the most part, I found a lot of success making a move when I get like a certain look from a girl, or when we engage in after we engage in conversation. You can know that this person is interested. They'll leave you hints, if they're asking you like, are you available later, what are you doing later, or whatever. That's a good hint that this person wants you to ask them out. They're interested in you. So yeah, keep that in mind. Always look for those subtle hints, but before you get into conversation, for me it's always been, I've heard a lot of people saying the hair toss thing and stuff like that, but for me it's always been the eyes. Like people say, the eyes don't lie, and I think that is true, because a lot of women do play with their hair a lot, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything. That's just the way that they are, where they'll do certain like body language stuff that are considered under the attraction like spectrum to be attractive or whatever to you, for you to make a move. But it depends on the girl. A lot of girls do these things, and guys too, and it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this guy's attractive or whatever, attracted to me, or I should make a move. Making the move, I think it takes a little bit more than just watching something like retarded or like that happen, like, oh, like she tossed her hair 3 times, so I'm gonna make a move. No, I think it goes more into depth. But the other thing that I want to talk about is never be afraid. One of the things that I've learned is that my personality is super shy. I usually don't go out of my way for people, and I usually don't get out of my comfort zone for other people. So I always had a hard time talking to people that I liked initially at the beginning, and later on I found out, oh, this person liked me or whatever, like a few months ago, and now they were dating or whatever, and I was like, if I would have known, I would have made a move, and it's always too late. And you never want to be caught in one of those situations. So if you're a guy, and I know it's intimidating at first, guy or women, I mean, women make moves on guys too, but if you're, wow, I got destroyed. But if you're thinking about making a move, don't just think about it, and have guts, like men say, grow the balls. And it's completely true. If you're interested in a person, just make a move. At first be casual. You don't want to come off like super needy or whatever. You don't want to be like asking somebody out or trying to make a relationship on your very first like sentences. You want to try to build up to it. But yeah, never be so shy that you never talk to a person. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I know it worked. It backfired on me a few times, and I would hate it for you guys to go through the same stuff. But if your personality is like mine, shy, then yeah, I completely understand why you would be reluctant, I guess, to ask. But you gotta get over it. That's one of the things that I've learned, and it's helped me immensely, is getting over that shyness. It's not a good thing, in my opinion. Opportunities are not gonna be knocking on the door all the time, so it is important for you guys to make the most out of any opportunity given if you're interested in it. But yeah, just have the guts, and for me, like, I don't use any like cheesy pickup lines or anything like that. I usually find that they don't work, and they're super retarded, and sometimes they could come out as desperate. So I don't do any of that. For me, it's always like the stupidest thing ever. Like, I go and I talk to a girl. Maybe I'll help her out if it's school or whatever. If it's work, I'll go help her out and try to make a conversation, try to connect with the person, and then I'll ask them out later on, depending on how they're reacting to it, and stuff like that, depending on certain body language signs or verbal signs. But yeah, getting over the shyness is super, or the intimidation factor of talking to someone. getting over that intimidation factor is not an easy thing to do. But if you want to have success and you want to date some people, you're gonna have to do it. You know, there's no way around it. Things are not gonna fall from the sky. This person is not gonna telepathically or however it's said just figure out that you're interested and ask you out. Things don't happen that way, and I remember to share a little story with you guys on how I started overcoming shyness. When I was working at my first job, the manager I had used to take care of me. He used to talk for me and do everything for me. And I remember one day he was telling me, like, I don't have any problem like taking care of all of these things for you, because I used to be super shy back then. I've been getting over it. I'm not as shy anymore. I'm super outgoing when I want to, and I'm not outgoing when I don't want to. So I guess that's another pointer. Like, if you're interested in someone and they're shy or not outgoing, if they're interested in you, they'll get over it. You know, so that's something to look out for. If they're not paying attention to you, then they may not be interested, you know. And it's hard, but yeah. So going back to the story, this manager I had told me one day, you're gonna have to get over like your shyness and all of that. And he's like, I have absolutely no problem in helping you or doing all of this for you, but if you don't get over it and you're not working with us anymore, which things happen like that in life, you know, you're gonna be super lost like everywhere else. So he made me go and have to like take care of myself. And he once told me, like, the person that doesn't talk or doesn't tell people like what they want and what they feel never gets anything. You know, and that always stuck to me. And because it's true. You know, I always expected that because somebody that I knew this about me, they're gonna tell somebody else or whatever. And it usually worked out for me. But then that has its limitations, you know. When you want something, you need to go get it. And it's the same thing. If you're interested in a girl, you never talk to her, you never tell her, you know, she's not gonna figure it out out of like the blue. She's not gonna be like, oh, this guy is interested in me, so I'm gonna go talk to him. You know, women expect you to go talk to you. Don't expect them to come talk to you. I know some women do it, but it's rare. And especially because you're a guy, you know, it's just like a social thing. So you're the one that has to have the courage to get over it and talk to him, you know. Don't be shy. You know, that's the biggest thing I've learned. And if not, you know, if you don't date at the end, you maybe come up with a friendship or something cool, you know. Rarely will you find a girl that's a total like bitch. But it's true. You won't really find women that are like that and are completely like not interested in you or whatever. But never, another thing I can share with you is never get your hopes up high until things start happening, you know, until you start dating and stuff like that. Don't even get your hopes up high, because then you're gonna crush yourself. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you know, get over the intimidation factor. You know, don't be super shy. Talk to them, let them know you like them or whatever. And you could start out as friends and see where it leads. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, because you might not be sure and you would rather have a friendship than to ruin it. But at the same time, you know, this part, let me just dedicate it to win before it ends. If you know this guy likes you and you're interested, you know, and you think you're being like super, you think you're letting him know that he likes you and you're super obvious and he still doesn't get it, then you're not being obvious enough. You know, you might need to be more obvious, or at the same time, you know, if you're a girl, there's nothing wrong with you telling a guy that you like him. He might like you back. He might just be super intimidated. You need to know that there's a lot of social pressure that might hold somebody back. So keep that in mind. And yeah, you know, hopefully it's useful. You know, at the end of the day, hopefully it's entertaining. This is all in good fun. Hopefully you'll be able to help you guys. But yeah, the biggest thing is to go talk to the person. Don't just look for signs or whatever. Go talk to the person. That's the best way to find out. And whether you're a guy or a girl, just let the person know, you know, I'm interested in you in this way, or a friendship or whatever, and get over the whole thing right away. There's nothing worse than to talk to a person that is not interested in you and neither is being clear. Like, you don't tell them that you like them and they don't tell you that they don't like you, and you just waste time. You know, don't waste anybody's time. I know I said this on the last video, but it's true. You know, don't do it. It sucks. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll get better at it. Thank you.